Okay, you guys, we are back with another video, honey. In this video, we're going to talk about Barnaby because I came across a report and it's a very interesting one. And like hell, I'm determined to dive into this report with you all because there is a legal analyst that is weighing in on the case that Stefon Diggs has with Cheffy Chef. Now, I've seen some people in my comment section telling me, oh my God, you're so annoying. Okay, let me be annoying in peace. Like, geez, what do you want me to do? Get a plastic surgery for my voice? You guys are so accustomed to plastic surgeries that you don't even know it. I see you guys bullying Riri, saying that Riri doesn't look as good as how she used to. Her body is doing what it needs to. She's a Caribbean woman. She's gonna keep that natural fat. You know why she's gonna keep that natural fat? When she's 60, she's gonna look like 30. When your favorite Hollywood celebrity is gonna look like a creature from outer space. That's the beauty of keeping your natural fat. It serves your body. You see that cellulite that you have? It's called reserved energy, honey. Don't let anyone trick you into not loving on yourself, okay? Don't let anyone trick you into that madness and that love upon yourself, love upon your natural body, love upon who you are, and let no one make you feel bad about yourself. No one. Give no one that power that God gave to you, okay? Just remember that. Love you at all times, no matter what anyone has to say about you. God is the author and architect of your life, not mankind. Let's talk about Stefon Diggs and Cardi B, shall we? Because you know what? We can say a lot about Stefon Diggs. We can say a lot about Cardi B. But when it comes to this legal issue, you know what I'm gonna say? Ain't no way the chef is lying. And guess what? Not even the attorneys who are weighing in believes that the chef is telling a lie on Stefon Diggs. And I think that, you see, people will love to tell lies. And they think that when they tell these lies, and this is what I've always said, when people tell these lies, they think that they can just tell these lies and, oh, I can make up a good lie and go into court with it. Remember that you're not the first that the legal system has dealt with and has to deal with. So when Stefon Diggs' attorney said that they have evidence, I said, what evidence? If you don't have any video evidence, what evidence? Because if you're going to use those text messages, there's one thing about the court of public opinion. The court of public opinion, yes, it's not legally binding, but when the internet collectively rules out something, the internet is never wrong. Never, ever wrong. I've seen the internet solving cases, murder cases, before, months and years ahead of the police department. So you know the internet, when they come together as a collective, they're never wrong. And the internet have all said one thing as a collective. They believe Miss BBL Chef. Miss Cheffy Chef. And you know what? I'm not gonna disrespect Mila. Even if she was smashing with Stefon Diggs, she looks good. He looks good. And Stefon Diggs knows to sweep women off their feet. And if someone is nice to you, it's natural for you to reciprocate that person being nice to you. Come on. So I don't want anyone out here judging Mila because like hell, if she used to smash Diggs, I ain't judging her. Diggs is not a married man. If he was married, I would be judging him. But with him being with Cardi B, that is nothing because he's with Cardi B, he's with Kiki, he's with Sky Marlene, he's with Miss Eileen Lopera, and plus all the other girlies that are not stepping to the forefront. You guys remember when Tasha K came out with these women and said these women were pregnant, right? We all said what? Tasha K was lying. And then who told us Tasha K wasn't lying? Stefon Diggs. And I said every time Nicki Minaj has a drama with the internet, Stefon Diggs always comes out with something to save the day. And I've always said Stefon Diggs is a barb. And no one is going to take that from me because I still believe the guy is a barb. And when I said he was a barb, that was last year. And now some stuff are coming out about the guy. The guy loves fashion, and you can't hate on a man for being fashionable. You just can't. And if the guy straddles both sides of the fence, it is his business. It's his free will. You have your life. If you're out here, eating what you like to eat, wear what you like to wear, living your life like how you live it, and once you're not hurting other people, it's your life. It's between you and God. But when it comes to you hurting other people, no, that's different. That's where other people are going to get involved. That's where the legal system is going to get involved. So the legal system is getting involved, and other attorneys are chiming in, and they're saying this case, it's going to get more complicated after this. They're saying the case is really about to get complicated. So the attorneys are breaking down for us what to expect, what's the next move, and all of that jazz. So let's go there with them, shall we? Now, the report, and I don't want to give you guys all the report, because when I come out with this, Bird Brain Nation, and that applies to some of Cardi B's fans, not all of y'all guys, because some of you guys are amazing. Some of you guys think for yourselves, and some of you guys are so intelligent. It doesn't get any better than that. But then she has maybe about 25% of her fan base who really doesn't think. And they think that they are defending her so much. They say horrible things, and every fan base does this. It's not just Barnaby's, right? Every celebrity fan base does this. They say horrible things, thinking they're defending and supporting their favorite, and they're not. They're truly not. But let's continue without further ado, right? So they're saying Stefon Diggs, the New England Patriots star player, has had a pretty tough time in the last few days as he continues to be involved in a messy legal lawsuit with his former private chef after a dramatic breakup with Cardi B. While the scandalous lawsuit is ongoing with Stefon Diggs making court appearances, the legal mess just gets a lot more complicated for the star player. Stefon Diggs' legal chaos with ex-chef might get more complicated, right? No, they're saying a few hours ago, a renowned certified family law specialist, Rachel Bennett, spoke to U.S. Weekly about Stefon Diggs' legal situation. Now, Rachel Bennett said, given how far apart the two sides are and how serious the allegations are, the not guilty plea is exactly what you would expect at this stage. It's just going to formally push the case into pre-trial. The renowned attorney added, and I want you guys to listen carefully. The renowned attorney added, from here, it's going to be a discovery, right? And when you think about discovery, you try to discover something. When you try to discover something, you try to get evidence. You exchange probability. And she's saying that, the attorney is saying that there will be some pre-trial motions and possible plea negotiations. I was telling you guys about the plea negotiations from the get-go, and I said that was going to come into play. There's going to be plea negotiations, right? And if there's no resolution, it will head to trial. If Stefon Diggs is smart enough, based on those text messages, settle in the pre-negotiation. Settle the case in the pre-negotiation, because you already have a reputation out there, and you don't want this case to continue. And why I would say he should settle the pre-negotiation is because you can't tell someone to go home for a week, terminate their service, and not give them a severance. That's illegal. You owe them for that week, and you equally owe them a severance package, right? And they're saying, if there's no plea negotiation. So, my internet, sorry guys, the internet, yes, ever since we've had our little tropical snowstorm, my apologies, right? So if there's no plea negotiations and if there's no resolution, it will head to trial. However, New England Patriots star player Stefon Diggs and his legal team have strongly denied the allegations against him. That is what his legal team is supposed to do. Them denying the allegations against him, that's just saving face and saving image. That's it. They're just saving face and they're just saving image. But what this attorney is saying is that with Stefon Diggs, it may go into plea negotiations, and I think it definitely will. And I believe his legal team is going to try and tell him to not settle. But if I was in Stefon Diggs' shoe, I would settle. You know why? Miss Mila Adams, she is her own walking resume. You know when you can make up shit about someone, like, you'll have like a small circle of people making up shit about you, and half of the shit they're making up about you isn't even half true. But then you have an entire industry of people behind you who knows you for years and who can vouch for you, like what Gorgeous Doll is doing. Gorgeous Doll. And when Gorgeous Doll says something, honey, let me tell you about Gorgeous Doll. Gorgeous Doll is me. When I tell you that something is this way, that's the way it is. Do you know how oftentimes I tell you guys something and then you guys have doubts? Like when I told you guys that Kim was dating a British athlete and you guys had doubts about it, and now you see Kim with who? Lewis Hamilton. Yes, that's me. When I tell you something, and when I tell you that a person is a good person, when I say a person is a bad person, they're a bad person. If I say they're in between, they're in between. That is Gorgeous Doll. When Gorgeous Doll tells you about someone's reputation, she's not lying. And the mere fact that Gorgeous Doll say, of course, she's an attractive girl, he's an attractive guy, why wouldn't he want to sleep with her? Why wouldn't she want to sleep with him? Because you can literally see that in the text message. And Gorgeous Doll went as far as saying the same thing that I said. I said, even though men are crazy, you don't need to give them any reason for them to attack you. You could be walking about your business, being sick, having the shittiest day, and they say hi to you. And if you answer them in the tone that denotes and shares that you're sick, they will want to come at you. They will want to get at you. They don't care about what you have going on with you. They think the world evolves around them. Some men are just arrogant asses, right? So I'm just saying, the example that I gave as to why Stefon Diggs would choke out the chef, it's the same example Gorgeous Doll gave. He felt because he had some intimacy going, he could tussle her a certain way, not thinking about what that's gonna do to him. And just think about it. You're a woman. Mila has dealt with domestic abuse before. When you as a person have had bad experiences before, bad trauma before, and when someone repeats that, that's like opening all of that wounds once again for you. And if she never said that she had experienced domestic abuse, I would not understand that. And I'm happy that she spoke about that, because I was contemplating, why was she contemplating reporting it to the police? Mila never wanted to go through this trauma again of telling such traumatic story. Anyone who has heard from survivors knows this, right? No. So what they're saying is that they further go on to say Cardi B was also dragged in the legal mess between Diggs and his former chef, right? They're saying let me tell you, the media has been calling Cardi B unversed consistently. They're saying for the unversed, when they talk about Cardi B, that's what they use consistently. I don't know why they do it. Does it mean they're saying something bad about her? Oh, no, they're not saying anything bad about her. They're saying for the unversed, back in December 2025, Stefon Diggs' former private chef filed a police complaint against him as she accused him of being physically violent towards her. As per police report by the star player's former private chef, she reportedly wanted Diggs to pay her dues, but the star player had already delayed it by a few months. He did. As she reportedly again asked him for her repayment, Diggs was physically violent towards her and allegedly choked her. The former private chef also mentioned a woman whom she referred to as Diggs' girlfriend who reportedly asked her to drop the matter. You know what Cardi B just did? You know what Cardi B did by getting involved in all of this? She implicated that Stefon Diggs actually did it. That's what she did. By her getting involved in this and asking her to drop the matter, she implicated that Stefon Diggs did this. She's gonna have to come back and play Captain Save 'em. Now they're saying while fans dragged in Cardi B into the mess, the popular Grammy winner defended Stefon Diggs in public and even made more accusation against his former private chef. However, Stefon Diggs' accuser has not mentioned Cardi B by name yet. Stefon Diggs' former private chef has also issued a statement to TMZ Sports about how she's not looking for a settlement. She wants just the money that she says that is outstanding to her, and she wants Stefon Diggs to be held legally accountable for his actions. And that is someone who is not about money, and as Gorgeous Doll said, Mila doesn't do just anything for money. But we're going to come back and talk about Cardi B implicating herself and basically admitting Stefon Diggs' guilt, because it seems as though she has no idea that's what she did. And when Tasha K spoke out on the internet and say you don't get yourself involved in these things as a third party, honey, she was hot. She was hot for Tasha. She was hot. But now, honey, Tasha K was wrong, and the court even said it. And when I said the court said it, Barnaby's fans were like, okay, Star, when did the judge say that? When the judge said no third party involvement, that's when the judge said it. No third party involvement. Anywho, guys, he's gonna plea. I believe there's gonna be a plea negotiation, but anywho, let me come back with some more details. This video is already lengthy enough. We're gonna talk some more. Peace.